games are from ICC's Team 45-45 League, and the theme that I've noticed is the majority of the players are moving too quick. If you the average chess game lasts 40 moves. Half of them are over before 40. Half of them take longer than move 40. At move 40, we can usually tell what the likely result will be. Should white win, lose, or draw? It doesn't mean it'll end that way. We can tell what the likely result is. So if we're stuck playing a game past move 40, we want to increase our odds to win it after move 40, or of course before move 40, and we do that by taking our time. You have 75. If you took all your time, you would have. Got a phone call when I'm working. Sorry, I had to put a message there. Okay, if you took all your time available at move 40, you would have used all your time and had that 45-second increment, and you could theoretically win a winnable game from that position. Okay, that's the basic rule. But both sides are going out. Okay, unique defense. I'm not going to criticize it. Who is it? Miles beat Karpov with the black side here. Okay, well, he doesn't play here. Miles was a British grandmaster that immigrated to the United States, and I think he went back home, then he passed away. It was been a while since he died. He was very close to my age. I'm still kicking. Now here I want to play bishop here and threaten some kind of sack down here. Ooh, we're so close. Now I'm going to take time. I'm going to take some time here. These are the worst possible moves you can make for your position. They do not help you at all. There is no book or grandmaster that will recommend these. I call this defense the internet defense. And it has been simultaneously invented by tens of thousands of you because nobody recommends the strategy. Nobody. And my determination is this strategy was devised by people that trying to keep bishops and knights out of, let me get rid of these arrows, these circles. They're trying to keep bishops and knights out of these squares. Why? Because bishops pin knights and knights deliver forks. That's why. It has to be the reason. I have too much evidence I won't get into to prove to convince me otherwise. Okay, that's two moves where you did not develop anything. Those are two moves that weaken your position. You might need help on G6 later, okay? But you can do yourself a lot of service by not playing these moves because we don't even know if white wants to put his knight here. Well, he did. Let me give you an illustration. Watch this. Now here it's interesting. Where's black going to put his king? If he goes back here, we're trapping the queen, right? So we're going to put that king. Come out, come out. Now, hello.
Check.
Hello.
Check.
Hello.
Check.
Hello.
Checkmate.
So now here it made some sense, but let's back this up. If you're doing these to keep bishops and knights out, stop. Trust me. So sometimes you do that. There is a time to keep a bishop or knight out. I posted something about this a few years ago, and I posted a video explained all the reasons, and somebody came on and started telling me how foolish I was because there are reasons you do this, like in the mainline Lopez, for instance, or in the Najdorf Sicilian. And I said, did you bother to look at the video? And no. I said, well, come on. Now you're watching this video. You need to stop this. So white is going to be close to getting a decisive advantage here because black is falling behind in development. Neither of these can develop. So the key point is, white, you got to finish your development and blast this position open. And you should win this going away. Okay? If you run into somebody who uses this strategy, we'll see what happens. So perfect. Now it's kind of like one of these slow hippopotamus defenses. Let's keep developing. Now here, there's no need for this move. Okay? It's like you're saying, I don't know what to do. I mean, what's the difference between this and this? Neither help your game. If black wants to chase your bishop, he'll chase your bishop, okay? Maybe you want to put him here now. Maybe because this, you might see this diagonal is a little off. Let him move your bishop over here. But bishop b3 does not help your game. Okay, so it's a critical strategical error. You want to develop something. Bring this out. It's too early to open up the center with pawns, by the way, too. We're not going to, and then we might even consider opening up the center this way. So we don't even want to do this until we get these developed. Okay, so this doesn't help white. Now this is actually on pre. We have to guard it, and he did. Now I might have guarded it to give you a general rule, guard it with a knight. The logic is we want to complete our back rank development and get the queen to connect the rooks before we consider where we want the rooks. You might want this rook on f1 after all, particularly if you follow my idea of f5. So sometimes there's always exceptions. Again, in that mainline rear Lopez, white will put the rook on e1 a lot. Okay. But white just has a space advantage. I don't see much of a development advantage. Part of it is because these are still home. Let's develop something. Okay, again, now here's a move that's not helping you. Okay. It gives maybe your bishop a new way to go, but if that was the case, why didn't you put it on d3 in the opening and it'd be on that diagonal already? Okay, so let's play this. Or let's play this. Or let's play this. Even if he kicks you, so what? Okay, let's get the pieces developed. c3 doesn't help you. So for the last three moves, white hasn't done much that has helped him. You know, this might, but black is starting to catch up. Now this is playable if your idea is to come around this way. And this is a peculiar maneuver. I tend to only, the idea is to bring the knight here. I only see this, I see this often with people who shove their rook pawns. Okay? Because they can't think of what else to do, so they find this. You don't see these maneuvers in Grandmaster games. Well, somebody will say, here's one. Okay, good for you. You found one. Okay. Now, do not take. It's a mistake. Develop something. Put your knight on g3. Very good. Let him take you. He'll develop your queen for you. So now, this could lead to some problems for black. What do we want to do here? Well, we want to develop this bishop. Let's put him here on f4. Okay? If he wants to take, we'll just take with the knight. Let's see what he does. Okay, this is okay, but it starts giving black counterplay. He's gonna start attacking your center. Let's focus on our development. I have an old rule. If you're not sure what to do, develop a piece. Move your pieces, not your pawns. So, I can't remember the Grandmaster said that. Maybe it was Tartakower. Bishop f4 is preferable over pawn e5. And if he takes, you know, your pieces are coming into play. Okay?
Check.
Now, this does make a weak pawn here, and I think I know what happened. Well, not quite. Okay, so black does have a weakness here, but we still don't have these guys in action. So there's been a busy bishop. 1, 2, 3 moves. Now we call this bishop, there's an expression, a tall pawn. A bishop kind of resembles a pawn in shape. It's just a little taller, and it's acting like a pawn chain. Let's see what happens. Now that's interesting. What's protecting the pawn on e5? The discovery is protecting it. So I think white hung his queen here is what happened. Yeah, he piled up on this and didn't see that, and that's the game. So what else could we do here? We have to deal with the queen. And after this, white's just ahead a pawn. I guess black can take it back. But notice the black king position doesn't look too safe. How about this move? Okay, the idea is we're not only on the knight, maybe we can combine something with this, and let's see, there's one other idea here too. What if we do this directly? The point being, if this takes, we get the piece back, and white's looking pretty good. So let's back this up. Let's try to find some better moves for white here. Now, okay, so now I ask a question when I analyze the game. What's black going to do? We don't know, but we're going to be as ready for it as we can. Let's develop some pieces for black. Let's develop some pieces for white. Actually, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to put them right here. Now I got the queen out. Now some of you might say, well, you can do this and this. Maybe you could. But we can always bring the bishop here to protect this. Okay, white to play. Let's bring this rook into play. Now, look at what white's accomplished right now. Every piece is in play. This is why we want the rook on f1, because our plan is to go this way. Okay? Actually, I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to put the queen here. And I want to do that only so I had a square free for the knight so I can play f4. Black still has to develop this bishop. Let's get him out. Now you might argue that black is threatening to play this and take the pawn, so I'll come back here. And now here I'm getting black's pieces going. I managed to get all the minors out, and I've cleared a space for the queen to develop. But now, white has that space advantage, so I'm coming in here. Say black develops his queen. Now I'm going here, and this pawn is a target. It's a sacrificial target. This king could be in a whole lot of trouble. Some people call these kind of defenses like the hippopotamus. That the pawns go to e6 and d6 and b6 and g6. Black fianchettos the bishops, puts his knights in the center. An old expression I knew from a seasoned veteran was f5 rolls the hippo on its back. So I mean this is economical. See how I got white's pieces in play? I didn't waste time trying to decide what to do with that king's bishop. I had developed him on c4, and I didn't move him until he had to. So I focused on getting the other pieces out. Then I had, and this bishop still would have been here if I had to have played b5 for black. And I played b5 for black so he can get some time to get that bishop on c8 developed. Okay? So, use your pieces together, but these rook pawn pushes, I'll show you what I mentioned earlier. Let me go back to the beginning. I just want to get it out of my system. I have a whole video on how to play the openings on my playlist about how to play against, for both sides, this move and this move. And I even have a video on this move, which avoids all the analysis of the other two. But if you want to get good at chess, spend a few months and study this line and this line and be ready to play them both. But what I figured happened is this: somebody somewhere ran into the fried liver attack. Now you can play other moves: knight here, pawn here, knight here, or this. Then white did the fried liver and outgame this. And nobody wants to play this move, especially if you don't know the line, but this is the correct move. Okay, so they come back here, and now they're down a pawn. They're threatened with mate on the move. They're threatened with a loss of pawn on c6, and they got crushed. So the next time they got into this position, they played here. And I can't tell you the number of times I have seen that played. Trust me, I've analyzed tens of thousands of games in the last 7, 8 years. I'm a full-time chess coach. I have many students. I go over countless games a week. That's why my voice is hoarse. I've seen this. White just starts building up a crushing advantage with d4. If you don't, this makes sense. This stops this. I have a whole video on this defense. Hungarian. So white says, shucks, I can't play knight g5. Oh boy, I get to play knight g5, but now black has a defense. Okay. I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to move on to the next game here.